so much punishment.
Yes, just before we get started, could you do me a massive favour, please? If you like my content, if you think it's funny, if you love old quality movies with the same passion that me and my brother who does the editing does, could you please like and subscribe and even comment underneath one of my videos which video you've enjoyed that I've done the most, and which video scene from a film over the years. It can be anything. It can be Saving Private Ryan, it can be Dirty Dancing, Lost Boy, anything over the years. The scene that always stays in your mind, that when you're working away in your monotonous, boring job, you're like, I remember that scene, like Goodfellas, the shoe shine scene. That just, But yeah, like and subscribe for me, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing and I'd like it to get bigger and bigger. And it's good practice for me and the quality to get better and better. Thank you, guys. My name's Thomas. I am from TommyActsOut. I'm the guy doing all the different characters. You recognise me, obviously. The different accents. And today I want to talk about 3 of the characters and the scenes I chose. It's like a recap, it is. I chose to reenact, because most of my channel is movie reenactments, and occasionally I talk about sobriety. The first character I chose was Rocky Balboa. Now, he is not just the most iconic fictional boxer on the planet, he's probably the most iconic fictional sportsman on the planet, sports human on the planet. Whenever someone makes a reference like, oh, look at him, he thinks he can fight like Rocky, he does. People like to do impressions of Rocky. Other famous people like to do impressions of Rocky. Of course, played by Sylvester Stallone. And I chose Rocky 2 was the scene I chose. And I wanted to demonstrate the importance of the relationship between the character Rocky Balboa and his trainer, the character Mickey. Mickey was played by a guy called Burgess Meredith. I think he died in the late 80s, early 90s. He was in his 70s in the Rockies. And they're a long time ago now. And it's how they both needed each other. So in the scene I did, Rocky, he's reluctant to take a second fight with Apollo Creed, but he's being, pushed into a corner. He's all the money he was earned from the fight the first time when Apollo Creed gave him the shot at the title, which was a bit of a fluke, complete fluke. It was very lucky. He spent all that money. I don't know if it was like 60 grand, 100 grand. He spent all that money. He's tried working in a meat factory with his brother-in-law, Paulie. They'd sack you as good as luck you, and he's been let go. And every time he turns on the telly, Apollo Creed's on there. He's not satisfied with the result, Apollo Creed. He wants the rematch with Rocky Balboa, and he's calling him out. He's using trash talk, saying the bum, he's running, he's hiding. That was a fluke the first time. He's a lucky club fighter, southpaw, jinx, nothing. And after a bit of pressure and Rocky actually missing the sport of boxing, because it's his passion, it's in him, he's a fighter, he goes to visit Mickey, and he asks Mickey, I want to give it another go. Perhaps we can win this time. More money as well. And Mickey's like, you injured your eye really bad in the last fight, and if you take this fight, you might go blind. So get that stupid idea out of your head now. Just be happy with the result you got and leave it there. And Rocky, there's a bit of back and forth, and Rocky, he won't admit that he can't fight because of his eye, and he tries lying, saying, "Oh, the eye's fine." And then Mickey does a little test, check my finger. If you can't see it coming towards your nose, it means that eye's not good enough to fight. You can get caught with tremendous left hook or right hook off the champion of the whole wide world. And it was like a serious scene, this was. There was no comedy involved. And it ends with like Rocky accepting defeat as far as that discussion goes. He just accepts that, no, I'm not going to get this, I can't really do this fight. If my trainer isn't in my corner because he thinks I'm going to get dangerously injured, then I better just leave it there. And he asks him, can I just help out around the gym? I miss it terrible, and it's quite sad. I deliberately left all comedy out of it, though. There are some belter one-liners in the Rocky franchise, Rocky 2. I'll give when they ask Rocky in the press conference, have you got anything derogative you want to say about Apollo Creed? And he's like, derogative. Oh yeah, he's great. Didn't understand what the word derogative meant. And when he's trying to do them adverts and he's read the dummy cards. Dummy cards? I got what you might call a relaxed brain, but I ain't punchy. And it's full of little one-liners like that. It's Rocky has got lots of comedy and Mickey, he's a funny character as well. He gets serious when he has to, but he comes up with some brilliant one-liners. Like you ever fought a dinosaur, kid? They can cause a variety of damage. When that's in the third installment of Rocky, when he's going to do a charity match with Hulk Hogan's character Thunderlips, who's about 6'8", and Rocky just doesn't know what he's let himself in for. And if you've seen the film, then it's farcical. But yeah, that's what I got to say about the Rocky. I might return to the Rocky character because I really enjoyed doing that one. It was more serious, and it was heartwarming to do. Okay, so the next scene I'd like to talk about is from a film called Sexy Beast. I think it was made in either 1998 or 1999. And the two characters in the scene I reenacted are called Don Logan, he's the little bald guy, the nasty one, and Gal Dove, he's the other guy. And they played by Ben Kingsley, he's Don Logan, top of the range British actor, and top of the range again, iconic British actor Ray Winstone, as Gal Dove. And the two of them, the chemistry together, the way they support each other, their acting makes both of the characters work together. Gal Dove is this retired London gangster. He's done about 10 years in prison, probably for a bank job. And he's in Spain now. The weather's lovely. He's with the love of his life. He wants to be left alone to retire. And then you got the Ben Kingsley's character, Don Logan, who wants to bring him back to London, to rainy old London, to do one last job. And he turns up at his villa, and Ben Kingsley, Don Logan, starts asking Gal Dove to come back to Britain to do this job. Gal Dove doesn't want to know, but he's terrified of Don Logan. Don Logan is a very intimidating, sociopath, psychopathic character. And we named the scene, me and my brother named the scene Do the Job. Because that's one of the, if you were going to do an impersonation of that scene, you'd be just go, did a job. It's like the key moment, stand-up moment of that scene. And the conversation is just, and it's like unintentionally funny. If you watch it going, I'd hate to be Ray Winstone's character on the receiving end of this bloody terrorizing Napoleonic figure, Don Logan. But for some reason, it's just entertaining and it's funny to watch from the comfort of your home. I don't know why the film was called Sexy Beast. There's no sexy men in it. There's two women in it who are nice looking, but they don't do anything sexy. I'll go to it, we call it sexy. And I watched an interview with Ben Kingsley because they wanted to know, how did you do this Don Logan character so good? And he said, well, I approached it as I'm Don Logan, I love you, therefore you must love me. And I walked around in my head talking in Don Logan's voice in the rhythm. Do the job. Yes, 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 you can. Why should you be happy? I won't let you be happy. He should talk to himself like a madman. But he's a dedicated guy, committed guy to playing method acting the role. And for the Spanish kid who pops up towards the end of the scene, we were going to ask someone if we could borrow their son to be the Spanish kid. And right at the last minute, me and my brother thought, well, it'd be really funny if you were the Spanish kid, just to chuck the comedy in. Because we're trying to add like loads of comedy to every scene we do. And go on, and I'll put a wig on and I'll pretend to be the Spanish kid. And a lot of people found it funny, and I had a lot of positive feedback off it. And that's about what I got to say about that scene, Sexy Beast. If you haven't seen the film, go out and give it a watch. It's a brilliant film. It's like a cult classic. I know the Americans love it as well. They love Cockney London gangster films. They love Sexy Beast. I'd say it's about as good as the film Snatch, from a British crime film with unintended humour in it as well. Okay, so the third and final scene I'd like to talk about, which I reenacted, is from a film called No Country for Old Men, 2007 it was made. I remember seeing just a picture on a TV guide or something for it, and I thought, oh, they've made another Western. There's a few very well-known actors in there. There's Tommy Lee Jones, he's the old sheriff in the film. There's Josh Brolin, he is the guy who stumbles upon the 2.5 million heroin money, and he decides he's going to steal it because it can solve all his financial problems. You know, we can't blame him for being very tempted. Drug deal gone wrong, he's out there hunting deer, and he comes across 2.5 million still in a suitcase, and he can't resist it. Unbeknownst to him, there's a tracking device in the suitcase full of money, in one of the bundles of cash, and that means that someone is looking for that 2.5 million and they want it back very badly. And the person looking for that 2.5 million is a character called Anton Chigurh, and he is described as a methodical assassin, and he's one of the most menacing, creepy villains in cinematic history as far as I'm concerned, played by an actor called Javier Bardem. For some reason I thought he was French till about 3 months ago. I did some research and he was born in a town in Spain. And they've done a book about this film. The film was probably about the book, sorry. There it is. If you ever want to give that a read. And the scene was selected for me by my brother Daniel. He basically sent it to me and said, well, what about this scene, Tom? And I'd seen the film No Country for Old Men about twice, but it was years and years ago. And I took one look at the scene and I just thought, I'm all in. This is really going to work. I can see this really working. And I got to practicing, and it took me about 8 days practicing, because the conversation is it's hard to get down. And what I need to clear up as well is the guy who plays the proprietor in the scene, we call it the call it scene. He done an excellent job of being like an elderly man working in a gas station, trying to mind his own business, and then in comes this evil, terrorizing, demonic character, Anton Chigurh. And what's fascinating about this scene is it's terrifying, it's nerve-wracking, it's menacing, it's sinister, all of the rest of that. No one gets hurt. Not a shot fired, not a drop of blood spilt. But it's a terrifying scene, which shows you how good the acting was. And I was fascinated by that. It's one of the most terrifying scenes in cinematic history, and nothing happens, nothing bad happens. There's just the threat of something bad happening, and the actual the villain, Anton Shakur, the assassin, is even when he doesn't do anything bad, because he does plenty of bad stuff, but even when he doesn't do something bad, it's he just feels like he can go off at any minute, and he will do the ultimate kill someone. It was a really hard scene to get down, but when I finished it, I was really glad I'd done it. And again, when I was watching it, practicing it the first few times, I couldn't stop laughing about the ridiculousness of this guy just walking into this gas station and terrorising this old bloke. And you think, is he going to kill that old bloke? Is he going to kill him? Why is he going to kill him? What's that? What has killing that old man got to do with getting your 2.5 million? What purpose will that serve? It'll just bring me more attention to him, surely. And it's the Coen brothers made that film. They're geniuses, the two of them. They made some really good films over the years. Again, if you haven't seen No Country for Old Men, watch it. It's brilliant. It's enthralling, very enthralling. For you, just can't stop watching it. It's very watchable. And that's all I got to say about that scene. I hope you enjoyed what I did with it. And just to finish off by saying thank you very much for your support and your views, guys, and your kind comments. And I find it very rewarding knowing that when I look at the views, knowing that every day I've made at least entertained and made at least one or two people laugh, and I've given them like a respite, a moment's respite from these confusing times we live in. And that brings me a lot of joy. So I'll keep them coming. And again, just subscribe and keep viewing. And I promise to improve and get better and better. Thank you.
Take so much punishment.